Hello, I'm John, the executive producer here at Final Show Films. I got a few notes for you before the show. First, I want to thank you all for watching. We couldn't do what we do or the amount of things that we do without the support of you, the viewer. If you want to support us financially, which we always appreciate, you can go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms, where you can donate as little as $1 a month to help us continue this and all the things that we do. I want to give a special shout out to our $25 supporters, Antitonic, Waterflame, and Samantha Bates. Second, I want to let you all know that we here at Final Show Films are planning a little get-together up at Gen Con this year. That's August 2nd through 5th up at Indianapolis. We're going to be up there just sort of hanging out, enjoying the con, spending time together, and if any of you guys want to come up and say hi, please feel free. We don't bite unless you want us to. And if you enjoy whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to, be sure to check out our website at finalshowfilms.com, where you can find links to all of our other content, both podcast and video. And be sure to follow me at John A. Bates on Twitter for more updates on all of the content we're creating in the future. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. And we're live. Hello everybody and welcome back to Gran Terra Rebirth. I'm John, the Game Master for the evening. And joining me today is William.
Hi, I'm William and I'm playing Baldrin Ironhands, Dwarven Cleric of the Forge.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm playing Selena Wild Mage. She's a girl and she burns and she causes chaos.
Fire Ganassi, Wild Mage Sorcerer.
I like my description better.
And Mara.
I reject your reality and place it with my own.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Hope Azamar Rogue Barbarian.
And Aaron.
Hi, I'm Aaron, and I'm playing Agdrasol, the Elven Ranger.
And Cody.
Hi, I'm Cody. I play Corbin, the Human Battlemaster.
And Jack.
Hi everybody, I'm Jack and I play Staphylos, the Minotaur Way of Drunken Master Monk.
And Sarah.
I'm Sarah and I play Yarrow and she is an Asmar monk.
Alright. And when last we left off, the group of adventurers had fought their way to the top of the Shifting Sands Palace in the deserts outside of Elan, the capital city of Eleonora. Upon reaching the top, they encountered one Kalin, some figure of some importance from both Selena and Adolfo's past. A fight ensued, which saw several high-level spells dropped on half the party multiple times, along with 2 large fire elementals and a very irritating firebird. But singed and mind-wiped, or mind-dominated, and blasted back and forth, the party managed to scrape through, with Selena ending the fight, burying a jeweled dagger she had prepared into Kalin's body, and as he lay there dying, a seemingly uncontrollable laughter erupted from him, which lasted until his body finished turning to ash. The large green dragon orb that had been hovering behind the throne he had been sitting in vanishing shortly thereafter. And we pick up there.
I would like to offer a short correction.
Sure.
Kalin was also a really annoying firebird.
No, Kalin was a really annoying fire dragon.
He had wings and wasn't fully...
he had dragon wings.
It's annoying.
But yes, we ended off there with Kalin dying and Selena bowed over his remains.
I mean, more slowly, like a single shoulder shake, and then another, and then she just slowly kind of dissolves into sort of emotional breakdown.
Sure.
Mess, like collapses where the body had been.
I am feeling not so good. I think I will take knee for a minute.
Hope, You're
Yeah.
standing. So you're standing right next to your mind is clear of magical effects, and you're
Yep.
standing right next to the toppled throne that you had accidentally tripped out from underneath yourself when trying to jump at Selena previously. And underneath this throne is a chest.
Okay. Did we destroy the orb? I was unconscious during that part, so I'm asking that in character.
It disappeared, man.
Yeah, it just kind of blinked out.
Um,
Okay.
I don't do magic shit, but I saw it.
Okay. That does not seem good.
I
And
am
I'm looking
sure
at
it
the
has
chest.
vanished till later time.
I'm trying to see what I can determine about it. If it's locked, if it is trapped.
Give me an investigation roll.
Trapped first. Trapped
It's-
first.
You don't
Priority.
you don't notice the trap, and thus you open it and die because you're so low on health.
while
have
this
6
is
hit points.
happening,
I've
I'm
had
going to.
Fewer. 21.
What are you doing, Adgersol?
I think I used up my last one, but I'm gonna cast level. Given what I have slots for level 3 healing spirit, just sort of over Selena.
Okay.
So there's like a spiritual, probably wolf spirit, just kind of close by, providing what is sort of a regular stream of healing.
Alright, so you can go ahead and
Okay.
roll however many d6s that's going to be while it's up.
Okay, how?
Level 3, it'll be 2d6, because I believe level 2 is 1d6.
Oh. Sorry, yes.
And it lasts for
it's
a minute.
3d6. I was asking how many rounds are in a minute.
10.
10.
So, Hope, looking at
Hey,
this
Jeremy,
chest.
I overhealed you.
Staphylos is gonna come and get in on that though, just kind of pacing around.
Yeah, you can.
yeah,
You can.
that's
You're not in combat. You can share the space and get that benefit of healing as well. Hope, looking at the chest, doesn't appear to be locked or trapped. It looks like it was. It reasonably so. It was thought to be well enough protected, being underneath the throne that Kalin had been sitting on.
Yeah. That is very true. But I just had something speaking to my brain that is not normally there, so I'm cautious.
Yeah, that's fair.
Are you okay in there? As I'm looking at the chest.
Never do that again.
Yeah.
That
was-
hurt me.
Mm,
And I don't
What?
have a body.
sorry. Is it gone?
Yes, it's gone.
Okay.
Ow.
Yeah. Okay. There's a chest under here. I'm opening it.
As you open it, the first thing you notice is this gleaming light as the light around you reflects off of a mountain of coin. You don't have time to count it. It's a lot. But on top of the coin, you find a ring that a ring with a simple sapphire set into a platinum band, a scroll that has been wrapped up with a blue ribbon, and a pair of daggers, as well as a belt.
Ooh. Do I know if they're magical?
Give me an Arcana roll.
This is gonna be great. I'm terrible at Arcana. Let's do this. 13.
Maybe
Maybe. All
they
right.
they look important. They have that look of importance about them that magical items typically have. You're not certain if that makes them magical or not, but they look magical. Like
I
they
am
might
going
be
to
magical.
slowly close the chest again and just sort of scoop it up.
Give me an athletics roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
6.
You grab both of the handles on the side of the chest and go. You feel like something may have pulled in your back.
Mm. All right, it's heavy. There's cool stuff in here.
You cannot pick it up.
Yep.
All right, you're on a great start with the die rolling so far.
Thank you. We should maybe go find that room again and rest.
Do we really want to hang out here?
No, let's get out of this place, shall we?
Yeah.
Do you
So,
need help with that over there?
yeah. It's heavy.
Look
Not to be.
Make sure we're not leaving anything behind first.
Yes, and also we will need strategy for getting back to exit, given that we do not have our guide with us who knows where the traps are anymore, nor do we know exactly how we are to sneak past dragon that we left sleeping down below.
I also have a...
Really quick. Selena, while you're
Yes.
there, whether or not you're conscious of this information or not, other people that are around you can probably see. Kalin's robes are still there,
Okay.
which seem to have sort of don't seem to be all that injured at all for the amount of damage that he took, as well as a small ring, which is a silver band with a ruby gem set into it, and a small stone about yay big, that has an arcane sigil in it.
Okay. She's not paying attention.
Yeah, but they're underneath you, roughly.
If I'm not mistaken, this place is already shifted once before too. The first time we stayed in the room.
How high is the roof here?
50, close to 100 feet up.
All right.
Hearing Agdrasol's advice, Staphylos is gonna go and start searching the side rooms as well, and that
Sure.
sort of thing, just to see if there's anything
Give me an investigation roll.
informational.
So yeah, I walked up to help.
Oh, whoops.
Give me an athletics roll.
All right.
Wait, who? Me? Or
Nope.
Staphylos, give me an investigation roll. Corbin,
Okay.
give me an athletics roll. Corbin,
Oh,
you go up and you grab it, and you figure, you're actually really strong, so you're just gonna go up and grab it and lift. And you do that thing where, have you ever tried to lift something that's really, really heavy too quickly?
Yeah, all back, no knees.
Yeah.
No
you
legs.
you go
Wrong form deadlift.
and
I'm too old for this shit.
you go to pick it up, you immediately drop it, and you just pain radiating down your spine.
I think he nailed it down to the ground.
You currently have a level of exhaustion for pulling a muscle in your back.
Awesome.
Okay.
Everything
stuff?
hurts now.
How much stuff is in here?
A lot of gold. And some items. I'm not sure what they are though. I don't think anyone should touch them yet. Because I touched that.
Can I...
Yeah.
GM, can I expend a spell level? If it's been a minute,
Mhm.
and Stavros and Selena have gotten that healing,
Yeah.
can I expend a spell level for my primeval awareness?
Sure.
Okay.
22 investigation.
So you're looking around and you notice something strange, Staphylos, as you're moving through some of the outer rooms. There was furniture here, and there's sort of waiting areas and tables and things. As you walk through, you notice you walk past one chair and you look over and you go, and there's not much here. There's a table with some wax fruit on it. And you turn back around, and this bench that you saw that was sitting there has changed into sand and is pouring out of the form it was in previously.
Friends, I believe with the loss of dragon and maybe death of man with wings, castle is beginning to break down.
Agdrasol, you don't sense any of the things you sensed previously in your primeval
Okay.
awareness anymore.
So I'm gonna go over. I won't get too close, but go over to Selena.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you have the. Are you okay to move?
She sort of takes a moment, sort of sits up, wipes her face. Yes. Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Why?
No panicking. The castle may be a little bit disintegrating, but we kind of need to get the gold and the. Take his shit.
As you make that comment,
Bring
you
it
sort
over
of
here.
look over and see the pews that were in this room have also suddenly lost their
I'm gonna
form
try and.
It's
are
okay.
beginning to pour down.
I've got
Okay.
this under control. And she's all of a sudden just all business. She with a hand sweeps all of Kalen's personal shit into her bag of holding and starts carrying the bag over. Can we just fit the entire trunk in there?
Probably, but you'd have to lift it first.
Okay.
Corbin is
Ready?
still rubbing his back.
Staphylos, give me a hand with this.
Hope.
I can do
You-
it.
I will help.
I will.
I can do it.
Yeah, that's probably a better idea.
With
Did you
four
try
of
once
you,
already?
With
Yeah.
four of you, even with Corbin having pulled the muscle on his back, the four of you are able to get it into the bag of holding. It
Oh,
is
he's not gonna try again.
heavy though. Like you guys lift it. You guys go like four corner lift, and you feel it. This thing is loaded with shit.
Dense as shit. Mhm.
All right, let's get outside and I'll arrange our sleeping arrangements. For
Where
the
we go?
evening.
Where do
Rest
we
this off.
where do we want to go next?
You all feel the floor underneath you.
Away from
And
the
guys,
guys.
look here.
Where?
Outside.
Where do we want
Staphylos, where do
to
we go
be?
for that challenge thing I promised you we'd do?
We
Where-
go back to
Luxuria.
Villanora. Luxuria.
Yeah, let's just go back
Right.
there.
Where?
Yeah.
Luxuria.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, I'm teleporting us to Luxuria.
All right. Roll me a
Guess who picked their 7th level spell,
Yeah.
guys?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
roll me a D100.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
To be clear, because I do have my Tides of Chaos up, which D100 am I rolling right now?
This
Teleport error.
is the teleport error D100.
Okay. I just wanted to be clear. Am I wild surging in the middle of a teleport? Because that would be relevant.
delightful.
No, you are not wild surging in the middle of a teleport. 91. You're
Of
good.
course I roll. Oh, wait, is
91. You're
is
good.
high good?
Yes, high
Yeah.
is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
25
It's
to
hard
100 is
tell
on target.
Sometimes with D&D, so
In this particular
So-
case, because you were there for a day, 25 to
Yeah.
100 is on target. Where in Luxuria were you aiming?
probably the first place she would have gone with as we know it's kind of cleared out.
Gambling den.
Yes.
Ah,
The gambling den, yeah.
That is
No.
great.
Okay. So, blue light engulfs you. And as your vision clears and comes back, you find yourself standing in the office of the gambling den that had been cleared out previously. The office certainly appears to be not currently used.
Do the walls still look like the fire?
I don't know, the walls look like they've been cleared out pretty well.
Okay.
great. Back to the crime scene.
And apparently there's a fire nearby.
No. Yeah, no. You are all standing in the office. The door is closed. You're standing in the office that you had previously met. The person that indicated where you need to go, whose name I can't remember right now.
Braun.
Braun. That's it.
Problem solved.
was so much easier than going on a stupid boat back. Oh, thank you, Selena.
That's what I'm here for. To teleport you random places and blow shit up.
So, why we can go back to that hotel or the tavern, the inn.
Yeah,
I can also arrange accommodations if we just want to find a large open space. But
We're in a city.
yes,
You can go outside the city if you wanted.
Yeah.
Crystal Chandelier is fourth best place in city. Not bad accommodations.
What's
Plus
for
they,
me?
they plus they
best place?
they sell that drink that gives you, you know.
What's the best place though? Cause we just got platinum
you know what? Let's just
and
get
a
an
chest
all right
that's-
place for now, and then count up what we have
Okay.
out of the sight of prying eyes.
the crystal chandelier then.
So you open the door to the office that you're in and step out. The first thing you notice is people, who are looking at you, confused because you came out of the office. You see a group of individuals who are currently wearing what you would associate as some sort of city guard uniform. They are wearing sort of a silver chainmail look with a uniformed tabard. The tabard having the symbol of Stella Pulvis's company on them. Sort of looking up at you with like confusion at first, because again they had previously cleared out the room. They're currently overseeing a group of people who look to be cleaning up and repairing things. There's some workmen in the tavern that are nailing boards to the wall that haven't turned around to note because they're busy working. And these guards sort of turn and look at you and
Staffless
Don't mind
steps
us.
forward.
We're just going through.
We are also employees of Mr. Stella Pulvis, come back from cleaning up an incident from out of town.
through the office.
Yes.
Like I said, just passing through.
Make me a persuasion roll, Staffless.
This is going to be amazing.
How's that monk charisma? Hey!
I got an 18 with a
18 's pretty good.
-1 modifier.
It's pretty good. Do you still have any item that's as Zygmunt had given you?
Yeah, no, he had given me the robe, I think, that he's been wearing the entire time.
Yeah.
And yeah. Mhm.
There, you sort of like pull up the rope
Right.
to reveal the
Here's my little embroidered
seal, which is the same symbol that's on their tunic.
swatch, right? Yeah.
Right. Carry on then. And they
Thank
sort
you.
of-
You seem to be
Have
doing
a
a very
great
good job
day.
here.
Thank you. And they
You
sort of
guys are doing the hard work. Pat,
Part-
pat.
part ranks as Corbin bent over still at sort of a 75-degree angle. Just all right. So you all head out and up back to the Crystal Chandelier.
Yep.
I could fix that, but it would cost me 100 gold pieces, and I don't feel like doing that just for.
You could also
That's
fix
what
that
Corbin
I'm
did.
poisoned, but you didn't feel like doing that either.
You are still poisoned, aren't you?
I am still poisoned. I was poisoned the entire boss fight.
I thought you were
Most
exhausted.
of the dungeon, I think.
No, you were
Yeah.
exhausted.
Yeah, because I thought you had fought off the
We're
poison
poisoned.
with exhaustion.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't remember which way that had gone.
Yeah, you had been poisoned, and then you spent the long rest drinking, which took you to exhaustion instead of poison.
Right.
But you all managed to make your way to the Crystal Chandelier.
Because we're a pile of alcoholics.
Igor is sitting behind the desk. Ah, welcome back. So good to see paying customers again. Are you here for drinks, a room, company?
Yes.
all of the
What's that?
above then.
I'll take a room. I may come down for drinks later.
Very well.
Well, yeah, get a room, start with drinks, and we'll see how this goes.
Very well. I believe the price for a room was a number of gold.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember how much gold we got last time.
Staphylos is going to just put down 50 gold. A starting tab with this much. If there is change left over by time we leave, I will collect later.
Knowing you, Staphylos, there won't be. In fact, it'll be higher.
It is why start of tab. But yes, you are probably right.
Yeah, that'll do it for now while I'm flipping through pages because this information couldn't be kept on a larger chart somewhere easier to access.
I mean, it could. That just requires you to put it somewhere else. Agdrisol will.
It was it was 2 gold. 2 gold was the
Yeah, 2 gold a night per room.
Mm-hmm.
Agdrisol will take his key. Yarrow, we just kind of met and dragged you along. Do you need the clip notes, or are you just gonna go with this?
I'm gonna go take a nap first, and then we'll
Okay.
talk.
Offer remains open. I'll buy you a drink, or you must drink. You ended up with us. You probably drink.
You helped us out, so at least you get us a cut.
Yeah, absolutely.
As I'm trying to remember my notes because I don't think I'd written it down. How much gold? I know Staphylos had distributed some of it.
Staphylos gave us each. I don't know if he gave something else to Baldrin, but he gave
Sorry
us
to
each
derail.
about a bag of 6,000 gold worth of gems.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sweet. Cool. All right. Yep. I see that. Okay. Cool. Never mind. All right.
That I'm keeping in gem form for the moment. GM, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think that's what we're all doing right now.
So,
All right.
Sell it.
We have rooms.
you retire to a room, assuming that you want to go through your spoils first, or
Yes.
Yes.
opening up the bag of holding, you put this chest down. As it hits the floor, the floor underneath it creaks. You open it up, and shing, again, this brilliant light of, as you begin to count, 42,000 gold. And
Selena just, by the way, just dumps it there, and gets up and goes back to the bar.
okay,
She's not interested.
42,000 gold and 28,000 platinum.
Okay, hang on.
Which is
How many of us?
why-
1, 2,
Which is
3,
why it
4,
almost
5,
broke Corbin's
6,
back.
7.
Yep.
Slash roll 4.
Hey, I can buy a new back.
7 slash roll 2800 divided by
Because gold is heavy.
7.
Yeah.
6,000 gold and 400 platinum each.
No, he said 28,000 platinum.
Or
Yeah,
28,000?
you're
Yeah.
missing a 0 on that
I'm
platinum.
missing a 0. Sorry, that's
Yep.
Then
4,000.
we all
platinum.
get 4,000.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's 4,000 platinum each.
So I will just put a 4 in front of what I have already.
Sheesh.
Yep. Same.
Okay.
And then
This
there are
is a significant savings account.
There are a pair of daggers. There are a pair of daggers, a belt, a scroll, and a ring in there as well. And I don't know if Selena dumped out the stuff that she had
Nope.
picked up from Kalin. So
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, does any of it look magical?
Give me an Arcana roll. It definitely has that like important look to it that magical items have.
19.
Oh wait, I'm exhausted. Give me a second. 4.
Like I said, it has that important look to it that magical items have, as far as you're concerned, Dr. Saul. Staphylos, yes, definitively all of these things are magical.
Right. Yes, where is Captain?
I'm right here.
There you are, sir. Yeah, we must look at these and see what it is they do.
Identify.
So interestingly, the daggers read as illusions. And you can't quite read them because they're disguised.
They have a nice close magic aura on them.
Yep.
I dispel magic the aura.
Roll me a spellcaster check.
If it's second level or lower, it's gone. Or
Roll
third
me a
level or lower,
spellcaster
it's
check.
gone. All right.
Unless you're casting it at a higher level spell.
Actually, I only have so many spell slots left. I'm casting it at 4th level.
Okay, roll me a spellcaster check.
Yeah. All right. Wisdom check. 18. 8th
All
level
right.
spells are low.
So you reach out and as you do, both of the daggers change. One of them elongates into a crystalline rapier. Another one thickens into a large crystalline sphere set in an onyx sort of cradle.
Well, that is odd.
Continue
What are they?
identifying.
The crystalline,
Corbin sets up.
the crystalline rapier is long and sort of a bluish silver. It does not have any sort of hilt. It just thrums with magical energy. The sphere is a red gem with a sun insignia sort of in the middle of it, with this onyx band of stone around the bottom of it. And you cast Identify. The information you get back is that these are a paired magical item.
Okay. So they go together.
They go together. Known as Amalon and Croydar.
Can you spell those for us, please?
I can in one moment.
Ooh.
I made my guess. Let's see how horribly I misspelled it.
Amalon and Croydar.
Not too far off, Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amalon and
Not
Croydar.
too far.
And they give off a similar resonance to the spear that you have.
Interesting. All right. I don't know. Can I tell what? Do I have like a basic item card for them so I can tell who they might be best for?
So what you can't tell much about them. You know that they have to be attuned to an arcane spellcaster.
Okay. So there's only one person these could go to.
Dang it.
Yeah, you can't tell much about them, but just from
Oh, no, I'm
examination,
Really
they
cool.
have to be attuned to an arcane spellcaster.
Oh, these are for Selena.
Cool.
And go through the rest of them.
The belt, the belt is a snapback belt. Anything that it can hold any number of items and any number of throwing items. Actually, it can hold up to 10 throwing items, but doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, after a throwing item that is drawn from it is thrown, it will blink back. It will snap back to the belt.
Oh, nice.
All right.
That would
And
be
the
useful.
ring is a ring of protection.
Basic ring of protection.
Yeah, it's a basic ring of protection.
All right.
What about the scroll?
That's AC or saving throws?
Both. +1 to your AC. +1 to your AC and all saving throws.
All right.
I think. Let me double check.
Yes.
Somebody is
Ring
scraping on
of
their mic
pros
horribly.
are unless it's a special ring of pro. Ring of pros are bonuses to both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same as the cloak.
Plus 1 to AC
Hang
and all
on.
saving throws.
Sorry, my Roll20 just decided to freak out. But yeah, the scroll, you open it up, and it seems to be an arcane. It seems to be a scroll of some arcane nature. You can read it. It's an arcane formula for a spell, so but you can read it simply enough. It's called Alunai's Infinite Armory.
All right.
It is an arcane spell. It would have to be cast by an arcane caster.
I don't know what this thing does.
I mean, do you share the name?
Yes.
Decent guess. Creates and or provides access to and or provides a space for or an infinite armory.
Weapons.
Yes. How exactly the mechanics of that one work, I'm going to guess will have to be Selena's attention.
Cut to that scene from The Matrix. Racks of machine guns.
Guns. Lots of guns.
Many guns.
I was actually thinking, like Sonic cartoons levels of hammer space. Like giant hammer, twice the size of the character model.
Staphylos is unaware of the existence of any of these references you are making and thinks that we should just show it to Selena and ask, what does this do?
I got a belt here for returning of thrown weapons for whoever might need that.
That
I
could
look
be
at Hope.
useful. Yeah, I the only ranged things, the only things I can do not up close are daggers. So
Oh, here
Yes.
you go.
thank you. Is that an attunement slot item?
No.
Okay, cool.
Anything drawn from the belt will snap back to the belt. That being said, that applies for anybody. So if someone comes up and draws something out of your belt and throws it, even if it's not you, it'll still snap back.
Okay.
Even if the belt's not on you.
All right.
Excellent
It'll-
place to keep your coin purse. They take it
It
away.
will
it
snap
comes
back to the belt or snap back to the attuned person.
Not back to the belt. It's not an attunement item. It just
Okay.
works on things that are
Cool.
thrown from it.
Cool. Got it. All right.
It's also a great way to shit on homeless people. You flip them a gold coin, the gold coin comes back.
And
You're kind of a
Corbin
dick.
starts to giggle.
Very
And then-
much dick move,
Ah!
yes.
and I've got this
Corbin,
ring,
friend, you must go lay down. You are looking bent out of shape.
and I've got this ring of magical protections.
I appreciate the pun.
For whoever feels that they are the least sturdy of our group.
I've died 3 times.
Yeah,
but come
I'm
back
looking
from
at
that.
Hope.
Like things taken from your belt. Very similar.
Hmm.
Hope does have the lowest AC on account of having terrible decks in con.
Also, Hope's a melee fighter and she keeps dying.
I give the ring to Hope as well.
Yes. All
Solid
right.
choice. Solid
I
choice.
take the ring. Finally, I have magic items.
All right, I need to go downstairs and give these to Selena. I'll be right back.
Can you bring me back a drink?
Maybe let her.
I will take care of drinks. What does everybody need?
No, I'm going down. I'll get my own.
I just
Something strong, and I'm gonna pass out and drink whatever it is. So
Very
In
good.
that
I know
order?
exactly what to get for you.
you know, at this point, he kind of feels like that is the order in which events will take place. Yes.
Passing out and then drinking all the booze.
Look, he spent the entire day with a level of exhaustion and gone up against a fucking dragon-winged sorcerer and flame bird and
when like Boulder's just gonna go down to Selena wherever she's drinking, and it's just gonna be like, these are for you whenever you're feeling up to it, and just kind of puts them in the bag of holding.
Yeah, by this point, so those were all ritual castings of
Yeah, no,
Identify,
it's
right?
been 50 minutes. It's been an hour of casting Identify.
She's probably near blackout drunk at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just like Selena's like slumped over on the bar, and Boulder's just like, for when you're feeling better, puts items in the bag of holding. Those are for you.
I'm fine.
Okay, I'm gonna sit next to Selena.
He
Yeah,
goes
fuck
back
this, let's all go
upstairs.
down and drink.
I'm good.
Boulder, actually, he takes
Ah.
another one of Valkyr's challenge and then goes upstairs to rest.
Okay.
you know what? No, I'm gonna pass out and drink at the bar because celebrating.
Give me a Constitution
Exactly.
saving throw, Boldrin.
He makes sure that he's solidly in his room before he drinks it.
Obviously.
Because Boulder's the responsible one. He's no fun.
18.
18? You're fine.
All right. I undergo Tensor's transformation.
Yeah.
Staphylos sort of drags Agdrasol down to the bar, sits him in a chair next to him, and then waves down Igor. Igor, you are still selling the Arcanum Absinthe, yes?
We are indeed.
We will need 2.
Well, that's going to run your tab right up.
Oh, this I know. Don't worry.
Very well.
What is difference?
Igor, Selena, I'm assuming you've just been drinking regular stuff.
She's been drinking resin. She walked down. She just grabbed one of the gems out of the bag
Tink.
and was like, "Punk, keep it coming."
And he has been. In fact, every once in a while, one of the mugs in front of you gets up, walks over to a spigot by itself, fills itself back up, and walks back over and sits down.
Perfect.
Because Tiny Servant is an awesome spell.
Yep.
Someone is opening a bag of food very loudly.
So Igor goes down, opens up a drawer below where you can see, and you sort of see this blue light erupting from behind the bar. You hear
Staphylos kind of nudges Agdrasol. Uh-huh.
You hear you hear the sound of an ice pick.
You know, you've proven yourself to be good at picking this stuff, so I'm not as concerned as I really should be.
And he comes back up with 2 large blue bottles that look to be hewn from ice, which he sets down, pops the tops off of them, and this almost frosty smoke billows out the top. He reaches over, pulls 2 basically yay big shot glasses, pulls them over, reaches down, picks up a pair of sapphire adorned spoons, puts them into the cups, and then pours the drink into each one. The recommended method of partaking of this particular drink is by imbibing only a spoonful at a time. Enjoy.
And he'll just slide one of those tumblers over to Agdrasol and start taking his spoons, with his big cow tongue.
Both of you give me Constitution saving throws and Wisdom saving throws.
16 on the con.
If it's clear that
17 on the
Staphylos is using the spoon, and Agdrasol is also going to be sane and do it that way. 10 and 7 because nope.
Staphylos. So both of you have a similar experience, just at different degrees. Both of you, as soon as the first sip passes through, you feel almost this feeling of your sinuses clearing out. This sort of frosty, cold wind blows through your sinuses and through your mind and brain, and you both achieve a unique level of clarity that Staphylos you've had before, having had this drink before. Agdrasol you've never had before. Everything looks as if your eyes have suddenly become 4K television cameras. Everything is crisp and in perfect focus. So much so that you can see the detail on the wood grain of the bar in front of you from a full height. Staphylos, aside from that, you're fine. Agdrasol, your intelligence goes up to your intelligence goes up by 2 temporarily. Your wisdom goes down by 6 temporarily. And you begin to see the most fascinating patterns in the wood grain before you. And you think that if you studied this pattern, you might just unlock some ancient secrets of the universe.
Okay. I'm
Everything smells
putting
like
this in
yellow.
my character sheet for the moment because
Welcome to hyper sobriety
Or more to the point,
with a touch of drunk.
everything smells like plaid.
No, not yet. Right now, everything just smells fine. They've only had one sip.
Yep.
That comes at number 2.
When Corp makes his way down there, he's gonna put down also 50 gold and be like, one of Valkyr's challenge and 3 masseuses up to my room, please.
Would you like them to deliver the challenge?
Please.
It'll be done. You get up to your
Turpin is a
room.
man of simple goals and tastes.
Yep.
After about 5 minutes, actually, do you have any specifications on the masseuse?
Just attractive.
Very well.
Agrisol, who is still kind of studying the wood, will. But you're all ugly, flightless thing. How are any of you attractive?
He's very
Take another
rude.
spoonful.
He's very rude.
Okay.
I think I heard that.
Staffless and Agrisol, you
Quiet
take
bird.
it. You take another.
Second spoon.
Go ahead and give me another Constitution save and Wisdom save, Agrisol, with disadvantage.
Disadvantage to both?
Yes.
Great.
17 and natural 20 on the wisdom save.
Staffless.
Man, I am holding my lick.
The
Jesus.
second-
Natural 1 on the wisdom save and a 12 on the con save because the dice are telling this story.
Staphylus, you take the second one, and everything refracts. Like you're all of a sudden things are casting light. Things are reflecting and refracting light that shouldn't necessarily be reflecting and refracting light. Igor looks like he's made of crystal. You're still fully aware of yourself enough to enjoy the experience, though, which is part of what this thing in particular does. Agrisol, the same thing happens. You get a -2 to your wisdom score. Temporarily. Another -2 temporarily. What does that put your wisdom at right now?
That puts my wisdom at 8.
Okay.
I have a decently high wisdom.
If your wisdom gets below 5, you pass out.
Okay.
Your intelligence increases by another 2, though. And you are now studying this wood grain as it changes into crystal. And the patterns, make me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Just a normal Arcana check.
Wait. Yeah, no, I do have disadvantage on that.
Not
6?
right now, you don't. So 6.
Okay.
It would have been 6 anyways. You're
but your intelligence has gone up by 2 points.
No,
on your
that is
modifier,
my
right?
intelligence.
So, okay.
My intelligence
Okay.
has gone up to the point where it is a plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Intelligence now
Cool.
14. So staring into this crystal, you're starting to see patterns, and you're pretty certain that there is this legend about the plane shaper that says that in every plane they leave a hidden clue as to the method and modality of creation. That if you unlock these clues, you can harness the power of creation that the plane shaper wields.
See through time.
And you're pretty certain that the crystal that this bar is now made of holds that secret.
Okay. So the first thing he's going to do is correct me if I'm wrong. It probably doesn't matter because he's kind of tripping at the moment.
Kind of.
The plane shaper was the one that smacked us with a hammer, right?
Yes, the plane shaper is the entity of chaos that shapes the planes.
So with the wisdom of 8, full confidence, Agrisol will slam his forearm emphatically, repeatedly into the table, where there was previously the mark of the plane shaper from the blessing thing that I can't quite remember the name of anymore. Does that do anything, have any impact on the experience?
Make me another Arcana roll.
Okay.
This is
Would it be at
strange.
disadvantage from my
Just-
exhaustion or not?
Just flat here.
Okay.
You've moved beyond exhaustion at this point.
Oh, I'm a college student working on Paperlate. Got it.
The crystal underneath you begins to glow. There is this sort of inner fire that you've unlocked by applying this mark of the plane shaper to it.
I am just...
You're pretty certain that more of this drink is the answer.
Yeah.
What?
Actually, so Selena's probably already blackout drunk. Boulder and,
She's still
Corbin have gone to
conscious.
the...
But she's blackout drunk.
Okay, she's visibly conscious.
I mean, yes. Blackout drunk does not mean
No,
passed out.
that's entirely fair. I was
Unless
just
you're me.
confirming
She's
that
not gonna
distinction for this
remember it.
instance.
Yes.
Boldrin and Corbin have gone to their rooms. as
I'm
has
here.
Yarrow.
I'm next to Selena. I've been watching you the whole time. I'm just drinking an ale. reading
Agnersol
slowly.
will probably not legs, but instead just try and sort of fly diagonally to put his hand on each of their shoulders.
And you do. You absolutely do. Everyone else, Agrisol is now laying across the bar, wings flapping erratically. Not doing, just flailing.
You two are fucking magic in weird ways. Help me with the crystals.
And they nod fervently and begin like staring into the crystal and like trying to see
Okay,
what you're trying
More
to
of the
see.
drink.
All right. While flapping on the bar, Agrisol just grabs this thing and just throws the spoon away and goes.
Meanwhile, in real land, Selena's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't.
What?
There's some strange drinks here.
None of that was clear. Like none of the dialogue was clear to either
Yeah.
of
We
you.
just see the flapping wings.
I assume it was clear that he was
Help.
trying to say something, and it probably came out in some variation of elemental.
Probably it was more primordial than anything
Like,
else.
Hey,
oh, primordial. Sorry.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, it was just
probably was.
Orin.
It probably
She
was
does.
recognizably garbled Aran because the primordial languages are so specific in some ways.
Yeah.
Like there's an elemental component to them.
Yeah, you definitely recognize that it is primordial that is coming out of Agrisol, but you have no idea what the words were.
it was basically
Staples
the
does.
primordial version of haba haba ba.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Drunk
Yeah.
speech and primordial. And you don't even have to make a roll this time, Agrisol, as you do, because as you slam back this drink, the crystal before you shatters and opens up, and you find yourself diving down into this iridescent blue light that just bathes everything around you, and you feel 100% that you have become connected to the plane shaper. You and they are one right now. And you can see the fabric of creation laying out before you, and it is your plaything with which to manipulate. And you begin with glee doing whatever it is that you would do with absolute power of creation at your fingertips. Everyone else, Agrisol's wings stop flapping, and there's a loud snoring coming now.
Selena,
Okay, so
back in reality really quick. Selena looks over to Hope's like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not one to talk, but I think they've got a drinking problem.
Maybe it does. There's some weird stuff here. I don't know.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
So, because John just said your character starts thinking they're playing with creation. I want to play with that a little bit.
Play with it.
First
Everything
thing he
gets
does is lots of meteors and rocks falling on that fucking gladiator arena.
The arena's wiped out.
Yep. And I'm gonna freeze it. And
I like
then
imagining
I'm gonna
there's-
go fucking searching through existence for Kalin.
Make the investigation roll.
I like imagining that in their sleep, Agdasol is just like.
Do I still have the modifiers?
Yes,
to
you still
my
have those
abilities
modifiers. You still have those temporary modifiers.
I'm assuming that it is a flat roll because I am currently asleep.
It is a flat roll.
Fuck all.
So where do you think you would find Kalin?
I probably am starting on the plane of fire.
You find him in the plane of fire.
Okay.
What is he doing when you find him?
He is having drinks with a giant sphere of dragon energy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the best lucid dream ever.
He's heavy. And then Agdasol is going to try and, by enforcing this will over reality, make him unable to leave this plane.
There is just a refracting of light and this ching sound, and the plane, like you can see the planar boundaries, and they just sort of where they are typically sort of wavering, like sort of iridescent beams of energy, they just snap solid into these gridiron lines, like you've created a wall around the elemental plane.
Whatever you've done, I feel bad about this, but she can't think that... She has to think you're dead.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Stavros, are you taking a third drink?
He will take a third sip.
All right.
Third spoon, yes.
Third spoon. Give me another Constitution and Wisdom save.
There we go. 10 and 8.
Ooh.
Now we're starting to lose tack.
So you are now... You have reached the apex of this ride, and you know that it's about to start flying.
Right.
As you sort of sit back, take it, and sort of focus, and as you do, your eyes sort of lose focus, and the walls around you just unfold. As as if you were sitting inside a dollhouse that somebody's just decided to take the roof off of and pull the walls down. And outside of the walls is just the swirling majesty of the astral plane. Stars and purple energy and auroras flowing in and out of one another. You see a constellation riding across the horizon in front of you. Off to one side, you hear the ancient tribal drums and war horns of your people of Tuatapur calling you in one direction. In another direction, you see a majestic flight of dragons flying across the sky. You are experienced enough to know that you are out.
Right. He's going to go looking for Gith.
And you find them.
And I teach them how to brew better drinks.
All right.
And we all sit down and have a party. And I manage to, after several weeks of deliberation, bring the Gith Yankee and the Gith Zerai back into a at least tenuously peaceful political alliance.
Obviously.
Right, yeah. After which point things get a little dicey, and so he decides that a little friendly competition would be the best way to keep this going while still making adequate nods to the sort of tribal tensions that they've had. And so it's basically, all right, you guys get that half of the Astral Sea, you guys get that half of the Astral Sea, and whoever conquers it first wins. I'll be the judge. Go.
Absolutely. And they tear throughout the Astral Sea, pirating left and right. To everyone else, Stavros is sort of sitting there staring at the wall.
Now, I know he has a drinking problem, but it's less of a problem because, well, look at him.
I don't have a drinking
We're
methodology.
we're the only ones who can handle our shit.
Staphylus has a drinking problem, but also the solution.
Yes.
Aldrin's upstairs and is fine with his
Yeah,
drink.
you're fine.
Yeah,
Corbin.
Hero
Aldrin's the
is, like,
only responsible
Hero
drinker in the
is-
group. Not that any of us would admit that to ourselves or each other.
Which is
Hero
funny
is
'cause it's a
standing at the
dwarf.
door looking awkward.
Sure.
Hey! I wave you over because I'm perfectly fine. Come on, hi. You're standing there.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, hey person who teleported into our revenge mission
Yeah, it was
I,
weird.
I,
Sorry.
I fell through a ceiling.
through a portal. You teleported.
Yeah.
Samantha.
Do you guys know what's around here?
There's a tattoo parlor down that way.
What are you looking for?
I just wanted to go for a walk, and I didn't know if it was safe or not.
You're in
Relatively safe.
Upper Luxuria. Upper Luxuria is perfectly safe.
Don't go down,
Fairly
and I
safe,
describe like
just-
the dock.
Yeah.
Don't go down where we teleported in.
Okay.
You're good.
All right.
Do you want company?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, cool.
Yarrow goes for a walk. Real quick before we get to that, though, Corbin. So you get up to your room, and a short while later, the door opens, and in walks a stunningly gorgeous, built like MMA fighter built female half-orc. Walks in wearing sort of like a toga attire, carrying a Valkyr's challenge on a tray. Flanking her on the right is a fairly effeminate but definitely male looking at the very least elf. Dusky skin, sort of more of brown tones with a little bit of reddish hair going on, sort of pulled back into a ponytail, very lithe and dexterous looking. And on the left is a furbolg. Because everyone has different things of what they deem to be attractive. A fairly homely looking furbolg dressed in similar, and all three of them are dressed similarly in this sort of toga attire, carrying the elf is carrying sort of like towels and bowls on top of that, and the furbolg is carrying massage oils and incense and the like.
Okay.
The first one's name is Chris Cyborg.
As soon as they give me the Valkyr's challenge, he'll just like roll over onto his stomach, say, "Work your magic," and then just pound it and willingly fail the save.
You willingly fail to save? All right. You
Yes.
willingly fail to save, and you find yourself in Valhalla as they get to work with your massage. You do occasionally feel very strong and firm hands just pushing your spine back into place. And you go, ooh, that feels good. Like the power of their massage penetrates through the dream of
This turkey is awesome. It just fixed my back.
So, Yarrow,
Yes.
you step out of the crystal chandelier, finding yourself in Upper Luxuria. Luxuria is a city of crystalline towers and glass streets. Everything around you is this sort of artistic, colorful crystal that sort of spreads out in a gradient, where in the center of the town there is this massive silver and white crystalline tower, and going out from there it just sort of spreads out in this rainbow of colors, starting at white and ending at red at the docks, and you're currently in sort of the indigo blue area of the crystalline color scheme.
How does this look anything like where I live? Or where I
No,
lived
you're from
previously?
you've heard of this before. You're from the Uncharted Frontier, which is much more rough and tumble. sort of, wildlands and farming communities and things like that. You've heard of Luxuria, though. Luxuria is sort of it's a big city tourist spot, and it's sort of it's been a place that you definitely have entertained people who have come from Luxuria. It's got a lot of big city appeal to it, whether or not you care about that, but. There are currently people wandering around in various sort of groups of people eating food, talking, chatting. Occasionally, lining the street there is occasionally a crystal sphere that is showing some sort of sporting event. Currently, sort of looking at one as you pass by, you currently see a group of orcs in armor running down a field carrying a goblin who is carrying something that has a fuse in it. Just pushing over and stomping on a group of elves as they go past.
I would like to find whatever food truck alley would be, and then a hideous souvenir market.
You can certainly find those. There's all forms of market and food available throughout Luxuria. It's
right.
It's Disneyland if Disneyland sort of extrapolated out to engulf the rest of the city. It's basically that.
All right, so I go and eat some food that is
cost you
and
a couple of
delicious.
copper, and you can get sort of a local. It's effectively like a gyro.
Yeah.
Like sort of this big hunk of meat that's on flat bread with some chips and lots of grease and deliciousness.
It is the best food ever, in other words.
Yes.
And then I will eat some sort of dessert that is much more of the same, possibly some sort of fried pastry.
Yeah.
Whatever the equivalent of that is.
They have all manner of food: fried ice cream, any sort of pastry that you might think of.
Just something large and sugary and gross.
Absolutely.
And then I will go find just some sort of souvenir. Any place that's got little tiny animal statuettes.
Everything. You can't walk 3 feet without hitting a souvenir stand.
Okay. I look at I like to just look for little animal statuettes.
I mean, it is the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Exactly. What kind of animal statuettes are you looking for?
Ceramic, preferably.
Ceramic is harder to find, but they do have them. Typically, everything here is sort of made out of crystal or glass.
Okay. All right. Well, then maybe if they're not in the souvenir stands, then maybe I can go wander towards some of the more nicer things that aren't exactly.
You can find ceramics. It's just that they're not the immediate one that you see.
Okay.
The city's gimmick is crystals, but they will sell you anything else.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go look for some of those.
Mm-hmm. Is there an animal in particular you're looking for?
There's a list of ones that she has, and she won't buy those ones again.
Okay.
Maybe a large bird.
Yeah, can do.
Some sort of pack animal, like a camel.
How many are you looking to buy?
As many as she can find.
You can theoretically spend as much money as you want on this. So, how much money are you spending?
Oh, 10 gold.
10 gold? Oh, fuck! You get 100 or so. They're 2 copper each.
Oh, do they have the look of but are they little chintzy stupid?
No, they're fairly well crafted. Well, as much as this is a city of glass and crystal, the artisans pride themselves on the quality of their work.
Okay. All right, so maybe not 10 gold. Maybe a gold.
They're 2 copper apiece, so you can get...
maybe a gold of animals.
Yeah, absolutely. You can do that.
And then I will go and buy some healing potions at some magical accoutrement store.
So healing potion, yeah, you can find healing potions at one of the travel prep stores in the city. They are going to cost you standard healing potions going to be 50 gold.
Okay.
This one in particular does have more advanced varieties. You're looking for more advanced varieties.
I would like a more advanced variety.
They do have a superior healing potion, which is 100 gold, and a greater healing potion, which is 150 gold.
Okay, I will take the one that is 100.
All right.
And I will buy
Switch.
6 of them.
All right. So that is 8. So the superior healing potions are 100 gold. They heal 8d4 plus 8.
Okay.
Is that
Wait, do the greater here cost more than the superior?
Yeah. Because greater is usually the second one, and then superior is the high one.
Other way around then. I sometimes get the
There you
wording
go.
confused because
Yeah.
it's not like healing potion level 2, healing potion level 3.
Yeah, they're not necessarily the
No,
most
they're
intuitive descriptors.
Mhm.
poorly named. I just wanted to clarify.
That's fine. So it'd be greater healing potions then.
Excellent. Sorry, let me write that down better.
Tier 2 healing potions.
And then I'll just look around. I've never been in a city like this.
Yeah, sure. Give me an investigation roll.
20.
There is almost a countless number of sights to see in this city. It's kind of remarkable that this city is built on tourism and unique experiences. And as you look around, there are people that down at the docks you see ships preparing to head out towards Valkyr's Challenge, which is this massive tri-spiral of whirlpools. That sort of that rumor has it there is this legendary temple of Valkyr hidden below in the safe zone between the 3 whirlpools. There are people offering flight in small personal airships. So you could go and just sort of spend the day out over the water on a personal airship, surveying the challenge or looking at other things. There are glass and crystal bottom boats that go sailing out through further to the south, away from Valkyr's Challenge. There are people with these interesting. They look sort of like barrels made of crystal and glass that are tethered to each other that apparently are advertising as underwater adventure experiences. And then further, as you go further in away from the docks, there is any number of restaurants, gift shops, toy shops, magic item shops, and accoutrement, clothing stores, weapons stores, tour areas, plan your vacation help places. Further in towards the center of the city, you get to the transportation depots where there are horses and camels and caravans that are available to be purchased. Further in, looking up into the air, you see airships hovering above as they dock at that large tower in the center. There's so many things to do, and everywhere, in addition to that, there are these spheres that are showing this sporting event that's going
on. Do I know roughly about how far away I am from home?
Not precisely, no. You are definitely, you're on the other side of Tunisia, which is the closest country to the uncharted frontier that you were from where you were. You're on the other side of Tunisia, which is a ways away from home.
All right. Well, I will go back to the place where everyone else is.
Yep.
I don't know if I gave the lady money for my room, but if I didn't, I do.
It's a guy. Igor is a guy, but yeah, you can absolutely.
Oh, sorry.
It's
I thought it was a lady.
It's okay.
So I do that. I go up to my room and I take out all of these ceramic animals, including the ones that were already in my bag.
Mm-hmm.
And I line those up on the windowsill, and then I line the other ones up at the foot of the bed, and then I line them up in front of the door, and then I go to bed.
All right. So, Selena and Hope.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're the last 2 at the bar that are awake.
Mm-hmm. I'm drinking lightly. I'm trying not to pass out.
Okay, that's you can do
One
that.
of these
Deliberately.
things is
I
not
know.
like the other.
Right?
Hey,
Yep.
she's not the one currently avoiding her problems. She does that other ways.
Yggdrasil occasionally Yggdrasil's wings twitch,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just
We should probably get Yggdrasil up there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was gonna get someone to bring him up.
That would be good. I don't think I would be much help with that right now.
No. How you doing?
I'm gonna be honest. Part of the reason I'm still sitting down here drinking is that if I stand up, I think I'm gonna fall over, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Okay. It's gonna
Uh-huh.
tomorrow morning. It's gonna be fun. I've done that.
It cannot possibly, if I remember correctly, and the challenge has quite a kick to it.
Oh no! This was not on the.
So,
This was after I drank all of your alcohol, all of it. Me and Corbin.
oh, also it's not. We've been saying it wrong. It's not Valkyr's challenge you've been drinking. It's Marduk's challenge you've been drinking.
Yeah.
Marduk's challenge.
Valkyr's
Valkyr's
challenge is the
challenge
whirlpool.
Stupid whirlpool.
Yeah.
Marduk's challenge is the drink.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You drank all.
Mm.
You know, at least 30% of that went bad.
Yeah, it hurt. It was not good.
There was booze in there from when I was a kid.
Well, you're welcome. Why did you have booze from when you were a kid?
Why wouldn't you have booze from when you were a kid?
You drink it before that point. Besides, I don't want to drink what I drank, what I had around as a kid. It was gross.
No, you wouldn't want to.
Mm-mm.
It.
I did anyway, though. It's good.
I mean,
good decision.
see, I consider it foresight. At some point, somebody's going to steal all my alcohol and drink it, and I will have my revenge.
Well, congrats. You have a lot of money to buy a lot of alcohol now. I make sure that you get your share.
I look at I look at the gems. Yeah, that'll last me a little while.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. Besides that, how you doing? Besides the alcohol coursing through your system currently.
At the moment, I'm great.
Yeah. Insight
Yo.
check. May I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
go ahead, roll
right,
it.
sweet.
You can never not.
Natural 20.
She is way too goddamn drunk to be feeling any kind of depth to.
You're
Okay.
also pretty certain she's not going to remember anything you're saying.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's good.
She has.
She is somebody who is very, very practiced at acting like she's less drunk than she is.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
You can tell right now that Selena passed the point of remembrance a long time ago, and you're pretty
Yeah.
sure she's right. If she's right now continuing on through momentum.
Mhm.
If you were
Yep.
to stop her hand breaking a drink to her mouth, she'd probably just pass out.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. 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 I've seen lots of drunk people. Yeah. You're there.
I know.
Selena.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. I'm sorry. You're not going to remember this in the morning, but I'm sorry. And I'm going to leave you
What?
now. I'm going to make sure that someone brings stuff up to your room. Have a good night. See you
Okay.
around. I'm going to pat you on the head.
Okay.
If Boldrin was around, he'd be like, drink lots of water. But nope.
And then I'm going to go over to the bartender and can you make sure that someone brings both of those two up to their rooms?
Certainly, it's a service we've offered staffless before.
Yes. And can you give them some of that blue stuff that I had a few days ago? This
Not while
fancy
they're
blue drink that made you.
Not while they're passed out. No.
No,
if you
but
wouldn't
for
want
the
to
morning.
choke on it.
For the morning.
Certainly, if they come down, they can certainly request some.
Just have it there. Just like
It does. Unfortunately, it does not. Its
Does it
effects.
keep?
Its effects do not keep when exposed for too long. They have to maintain. Many of our drinks have to maintain their location within our storage for them to remain effective.
All right, fine. I'm gonna pay for theirs.
Certainly, we will
however
have it.
much
We will have
that
it.
is.
We will have it on tap in the morning. Then
Okay. Yep.
It'll be-
However much
it-
gold that is.
it's 2 silver.
2 silver. Cool. And then I am going to leave. I'm going to very specifically Yep.
Wait a minute.
go for it. I'm going up to my room first.
He's like, but wait a sec.
What?
What are you sorry for? I just ended one massive revenge quest. I don't want to start another one.
Why would you have to start another
I don't
revenge
know.
quest?
You tell me. Why are you sorry?
Ah. All right, Selena, come corner, because I don't want to yell this across the bar, okay?
All right. She goes to stand up and lands on her face.
Yep.
Out.
Uh-huh. All right. There we go. Perfect. Okay. I'm going now.
You see a group of Dragonborn walking out to pick up Agdrasol, Staphylos, and Selena.
Okay. That's good.
Agdrasol weighs basically nothing.
Yeah, but with Agdrasol, it's
His
mostly
bones he's a bird.
as Agdrasol gets picked up,
Doesn't
the
weigh
wings start flapping frantically, but they're not flapping in tune. Like one's flapping and then the other one flaps, and it's this weird counterbalancing thing happening.
The first one that walks up and touches me gets punched in the face.
Yes.
Make an unarmed attack roll with disadvantage because you're passed out.
Yep. 16.
So yeah, you roll damage.
First guy to come
11.
to Staphylos gets
So yeah,
knocked the hell out.
this Dragonborn moves up to Staphylos, and then a fish just wham into the side of the draconic jaw, as if like Staphylos just on reflex just punching, and then ducks his head underneath the arm, puts a hand up, and just picks Staphylos up and continues.
Yep, there's
on.
exactly one punch in Staphylos right now.
Sorry.
Mildred is making sure to get
Manga
lots
reference,
of
manga
water.
reference.
It's
manga
okay.
reference.
I've had to deal with Staphylos before.
Okay. Resurrected though. Okay. And I'm going up to a room, stashing everything except for 500 of the gold that I had, as far as money.
Okay.
And I'm going out with my bag full of flour.
Okay.
Yes. Whatever it is, I'm excited for this.
5 bags of flour.
You
or
notice Adolfo.
6.
You notice Adolfo looking at you funny as you walk past.
Mhm. Yeah.
He doesn't ask
Yeah.
any questions. He's in the middle of playing for an audience, and he just looks at you like, "What the hell are you doing?" As you
I'm not
leave the
explaining
room.
this. Sweet. Yeah, and I am going first to get some potions. So I don't have coin.
price
I'm
as
gonna
before?
get. Yeah. I'm gonna get one of each, and then an extra common healing potion.
Okay.
And then I'm going down to the docks area where we were before.
All right. Down below the docks or on the docks?
Yes, below.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you go down below the docks.
And sorry, typing. So I
You're
don't
heading
forget.
to the. Are you heading to the gambling den?
No, I'm just walking around in that area. What's the weather like currently? Is it
Well, you're underground.
dry out?
You're underground.
Okay. This is underground.
So
Yep.
the weather is underground.
It's okay, cool.
The floor's a bit
yeah.
muddy. The floor's a bit muddy, but it typically is.
What time is it?
When you left outside, it was dark. The sun had just dipped down. So it's not yet midnight. Somewhere between dusk
Okay.
and midnight.
All right. I'm gonna find I'm gonna leave some bags of flour on street corners. Just random ones.
Okay.
So I just leave them there, and then I'm gonna keep walking until, let's see, until I'm looking for a temple of Larithia.
Okay. You're not gonna find one below. You can find one above, though.
Okay. All right. Yep. Can I find like a shrine down here?
Now,
Like something-
there are shrines down here, but they're not to Larithia.
Okay.
The shrines down here, there's a couple of shrines to Valkyr down here. There's a couple of shrines to Belnar down here. Most of the shrines down here are to minor divines. There's some to earth spirits, some to underground spirits, spirits of darkness, spirits of shadow, things like that.
Any fire ones?
None down here. Balnor is the closest to a fire divine.
Okay. I'll find something small next near like one of the ones to Valkyr, I think.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep.
There is a shrine to Crag, the spirit, which is the spirit of caverns.
Cool.
You said Crag, and I just immediately appended bolting.
CRAG, not KRAG.
Oh, okay. Yep. And I go in and sit.
Yeah, it's a fairly small building. There's no statues there's no statuary or anything. The symbol of Crag seems to just be sort of like a coal that is being crushed by pressure.
Caverns. I don't like caverns. Caverns are. Ugh. Sorry, I almost killed you, maybe, inside my head.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, it wasn't you that almost killed me.
Yeah, so what technically almost killed you?
That orb. There's a
Mhm.
really angry ancient dragon spirit in that orb. And it didn't like sharing space.
Fair. I mean, I like my own room.
Yeah, except that to give you an idea, imagine a dragon in a room built for a halfling.
Mm-hmm.
And now imagine
Yeah.
what happens to the halfling in that room.
You got a little accordion shaped? Sort of.
No. Far more flatter than that.
Okay. Yeah. Where did he go?
I don't know. When it left, I was able to breathe again.
Mm-hmm. Can we find where it went?
I hope not.
Because, I don't know. He had that amulet stuff and everything. It was not good.
I'm sure that if you found somebody who could track magical items, they might be able to track it, but please don't touch it again.
I don't plan to. That was not fun.
No, it wasn't.
Mm-mm. Now we have to go and probably go on a ship again.
I mean, you can do that. You can also go back to the tower.
Yep. But I think they want to go on the ship. So.
I mean, it sounds like you guys have a lot of different destinations in mind. You should probably talk about it.
Yeah, communication is not our strong suit.
Yeah, unfortunately, none of the others have any voices in their head that I can talk to.
You can't talk to Yaros?
Nope.
No.
Argonian Devas don't really like talking to Larithian Devas.
Why?
We creep them out.
You creep me out. Fair.
That's the job.
Well, wonderful. All right. This has been good.
Also, I'm not certain.
Yeah.
I'm not certain that one has ever talked to their Deva. They don't seem to be present.
Really?
Yeah.
How... That's odd. All right. Well, that seems kind of preferable a little bit right now. I don't know. I'm done.
Sure, if you feel that way, you know. I think it'd be weird not having a guiding force or a conscience in your head. You know, the thing that says
Called my conscience.
the thing that says, "Hey, you're about to make a bad deal. About to make a bad decision."
That's useful. Yeah.
Not that you listen half the time, but you know.
Just bananas, okay? They were delicious. I think it was a bad idea. All right. Well, I don't know. I don't like those things. For the record, if you see anything like that, just point me in that direction instead of just the warnings about rotten bananas and jumping in the abyss and stuff.
Well, you were in a bit of a hurry. It was hard to make you slow down. Also, when you're angry, it's hard to talk to you.
Interesting. Okay.
That's
Achieves the endless
takes-
rage level
Hope
of
takes the
barbarian and
wrong
never
message.
leaves it again.
I don't think I can. It's level 17 barbarian, and we'd have to get like above level 20, or we'd have to get to level 20 for me to be able to do that. It's
Fair
almost
enough.
there. So close. Okay. Well. All right. Can you possibly talk to Valkyr and maybe don't drown me? I'm going back now, and I leave the temple.
Why would I talk to Valkyr?
Because we're gonna go apparently talk to him. Boldrin has a spear.
He's pretty chill. I mean, you can talk to him.
Nope. I don't want to talk to gods.
Why not? They're fun.
Because, yeah, listen, every time I have gotten close to talking to God, it's because I have gone and nearly died. So, no, not really feeling that.
Then you should try talking to one when you're not about to die.
Fine, it's right there. Is it open still? I don't even know if it's open.
Looks
I'm gonna
like
go
it.
over to the temple of back here.
Yeah, it's open.
Yeah. All right. I go in, stand there awkwardly. What's it look like?
And this one's a bit more built up than the shrine that you were in previously. There is a statue. This is still a shrine, not a temple, so there's not a lot of people here. It's just a place where people can come and worship on their own rather than like a more structured ritualistic thing.
Yep.
There's a statue in the middle of it, and you see this sort of it looks human, sort of standing with various sort of seafaring attire attached to it, holding a trident in one hand, and just sort of in a sort of very relaxed fisherman-like pose. Cast
so I stand there.
It's cast in sort of a greenish copper. Looks like it's seen a lot of weathering.
So I'm standing there awkwardly with my arms crossed, sort of avoiding looking at things. This is weird. And I do a version of the like, I assume I know some sort of like bowing to the god that I grew up with.
Yeah.
And I do that. And I sit down kind of off to the side and say, hi.
Make me a wisdom saving throw.
12.
Yeah. There's no immediate response, but you sort of faintly hear the sound of crashing waves. It might just be the docks nearby.
Mm-hmm. So my friends and I are maybe gonna go try and do your challenge thing. There's this dwarf, lots of armor. He's very heavy, not waterproof, not buoyant whatsoever. I'd appreciate it if he didn't drown and go to the bottom of the sea, because he's gonna try and talk to you, and he has something of yours.
Make another wisdom saving throw.
13.
You still hear the sound of crashing waves. It's a little bit louder this time. There's just sort of like rhythmic tide go out, water go out, water come back in, crash on shore. Water go out, water come back in, crash on shore. This very rhythmic beating.
So hopefully you're not broken, like I thought Boldrin's god was, 'cause that'd be really good. And sound of waves. This is odd. Do you talk at all? 'Cause I'm used to that.
You hear a seagull in the distance behind you.
All right. This is getting too weird. Okay. Good talk. Nice meeting you. Bye.
You get up and turn and step out, and as you step through the temple, you find yourself stepping onto a wooden floor, and you sort of look up and see daylight and waves. You're on a boat.
Here we go again.
Hey, I remember that.
I'm on a boat, motherfucker.
What? Is there anyone around me? Is this
Yeah,
an
there's
empty boat? How big
a
is this boat?
there's a fairly lean, well-muscled man sort of sitting at the edge of the deck with his legs over, holding a harpoon in one hand, just sort of looking down, throwing it, and doing it back up.
Hi, I seem to have ended up on your boat. Where are we?
I mean,
Panicking
you just
a little
answered
bit.
your own question, he says, pulling his harpoon up.
How far? Where are we on, like, water-wise? Is land nearby?
I mean, I guess that technically depends on how you describe land, but not in the sense that you're aware of, no.
What?
Yeah, there's land
no.
right down there, about a few hundred miles.
Land, like solid land where I can breathe, and there are trees that you can cling to.
You can't breathe out here? That's weird.
No, not the land down there. I know how the sea works. There's land underneath.
I mean, relative to you, no, there's not any land nearby. Relative to the cosmology, there's land pretty close by.
What the hell does that mean?
It means that you should think about things before you ask questions.
What do you mean?
Make a religion roll.
Yeah. Nine.
You have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. All right.
Come. He reaches over, holds up a harpoon. Want a fish?
No, I want to get back to land. What do you mean there's not any land nearby? I don't want to get close to the edge. I don't put me back on land.
I mean, we'll get back there eventually if you stop worrying about it. He says, holding this harpoon up.
Valkyr is the chill god.
Yeah, hope it's not chill. This is good.
Valkyr is played by Paul Rudd.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the harpoon and cling to it and not throw it. I'm not moving.
Do you sit down at the edge next to him?
I'm gonna sit down not near the edge. like a solid like harpoon's length of me away from the edge.
Okay. So you sort of sit down nearby. He picks up the his harpoon that he was using. You notice that every time he pulls the harpoon back, there's a fish on it, and he sort of reaches over and puts the fish like sort of in a bucket and pulls the harpoon out of the fish in one fairly smooth motion. Yanks it out, goes back up, and flings it down again. So what's on your mind?
Well, currently I'm on a boat with a strange man holding a harpoon, and you're saying that there's no land nearby cosmologically, which I don't know what that
means. No, there's no land relative to you. Relative to the cosmology, there's land really nearby.
Why not relative to me?
No, because relative to you, as far as you're concerned, we're on a ship in the middle of an ocean.
Yeah, but hopefully there's land nearby, because I'd really like to get back to it.
Whereas relative to the cosmology, he pulls the harpoon back up, hooks the fish back off, and then just sort of reaches out and stabs the air. As he stabs the air, he pulls the harpoon down, and a little hole opens up in the air. And you see yourself sitting on a bench, sort of staring up at the statue of Valkyr.
Okay. This is some kind of dream. I had one of those weird drinks at the bar.
He pulls the harpoon out.
Or
He's also the patron god of drunkards.
No, that's Marduk.
They both are.
yeah.
That's fair.
They share that portfolio.
Okay.
Pulls as he
So
pulls the
this
harpoon
is-
back out, the hole seals up.
Yep. Okay. I creep closer to the edge. Okay, we're on a boat, and I'm worried about things. I fling the harpoon randomly.
Make an attack roll with proficiency.
Okay. I think I just do that. Natural one.
You throw, and the harpoon actually bounces off the water. It bounces off the water and lands on top of the water.
Okay.
looks
Is there a
down.
rope attached to the end?
Yeah,
to it?
there's a rope attached to the end of it.
Okay.
He looks down. That's interesting.
Yeah. That's. You weren't expecting that? Me either. I pull it
Oh.
back.
Not that I wasn't quite expecting it, but that's kind of how it works. You're too focused on everything else, you can't get the task in front of you accomplished, he says, throwing his harpoon. And it just glides through the water.
Okay.
Pulls it back up. Another fish.
No, I'm worried. We're doing a lot of things, and I don't have any magic, so it's slightly terrifying. I fling the harpoon
Give
again.
me another attack roll.
15.
It hits the water. Stops and falls over again. Well, sounds like you're concerned with a lot of stuff. Throws another harpoon.
Yep. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Have you ever tried just, picking one problem and solving it first? Pulls back up.
Well, I have a problem, but I can't fix it because it's behind an abyss.
So then why are you worried about it?
Because I know it's there. It's coming.
Well, it's coming. It's not here yet.
Coming.
Pulls another fish. I find that, when there's a bunch of shit I need to do, I just do it one at a time. If I can't do one of them, that's for future me to worry about. Throws another one down.
Yeah,
back up.
but did future you have an orb that disappeared and is possibly connected to some corruption in the Tower of the Gods? Sling
Maybe.
the spear, the harpoon again.
Maybe. That'll be a fun adventure when I find that out.
Yeah, but I want to be prepared. 21.
Again,
when I find
Ping,
that out.
hits the water, falls over.
Called research. Know what you're up against.
Yeah. Yeah, there are folks that think like that. Throws another one. That's not a bad thing necessarily. Just sometimes it stresses you out. Oh, maybe you'll figure it out eventually.
I don't think. I think my spear is. I think my harpoon's broken.
Oh no, it's not your harpoon. Like I said, too busy concentrating on everything else. You can't get the task in front of you done.
Fine. I'm gonna hit a thing with the spear. I fling it again.
Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Alright. 4.
It's just too many things in your head right now. Tink. Here, try this. He says, he pulls out a pipe. From where you don't know, he's not wearing a coat. It just sort of appears in his hand. Hands it over to you.
What is this? Because I've been handed a lot of weird drinks recently.
That's not a drink.
I know.
It's going to help you relax, help you focus.
It's weed.
Fine. I will smoke it.
You willingly fail the Constitution saving throw. I'm going to make you roll.
No, I would probably still be resisting.
Roll a Constitution
I
saving
will
throw.
try. All right. 21.
All right, you sort of breathe it in, and you feel it's trying to do something, but you just sort of cough and push it out. You're worrying too much.
Something bad could happen. Nah.
He shrugs, keeps fishing.
Dang it. I'm gonna try again, and yeah, this time I'll fail.
Okay. So you let whatever effect this is having on you happen. Your wisdom goes up by 2 temporarily.
Ooh.
Your intelligence goes down.
No, your intelligence does not go down. And you feel you can still feel all those worries and concerns that you have sort of fluttering around your head.
Mm-hmm.
But you feel like if you just shrug your shoulders and you can put it aside. You can not focus on it. If you want. You're not being forced to do anything.
I know. Can you just put me back?
You want?
Yes.
You open your eyes?
Yeah.
And you open your eyes, you're sitting in that pew. There's a pipe in your hand now.
Does
There's
it
a
have
pipe
stuff in it?
inside.
Yeah.
You just hear a voice in the back of your head. You just have to take some time for yourself sometime. Relax. World's not going to end tomorrow.
And I leave, and she's still like on edge. So she's gonna wait until we get out of the underworld.
Yeah.
And then I will smoke it.
Sure.
Here.
You so this is a pipe of insight. Not the named pipe of insight.
Khadgar's pipe of insight.
No. Once a day, you can smoke anything you want out of this. It comes preloaded, and your wisdom score will increase by 2 temporarily for until you take a long rest.
Awesome.
Actually, until you take a short rest. But the pipe recharges after a long. The pipe recharges at dawn.
Mm-hmm.
It lasts until you take a short rest.
Yeah. All right, sweet.
Yeah, and your wisdom increases by 2 whenever you smoke it.
Yep. And I'm gonna sneak back into my rooms.
All right. So, you all eventually find rest and sleep, waking up in the morning in various states of hungover.
Yup.
Yggdrasil, you have vague memories of warping reality and giving wings to all the flightless humans that you saw. You're pretty certain it didn't actually happen, though.
Yeah. No, I'm fairly confident I have spent enough time drinking. They don't give alcoholics the ability to control reality. They give them the sensation of the ability to control reality.
I don't know, man. Marduk's got some funny plans.
There's only one way to find
Marduk
out.
isn't the plane shaper. I feel like that was decided at a divine meeting.
Marduk, you
Don't let Marduk shape the plane.
Marduk, you don't get those powers. Corbin, all of you that had exhaustion is now gone. Corbin, you feel fucking great.
Best night ever. Best 50 gold I've ever spent.
No, whoever wins gets to determine strategy, because Eidos is a bitch.
Boldrin is just like up and perfectly normal because he had a good amount to drink, but also a good amount of water because he takes care of himself.
Boldrin takes care of himself. You all eventually get together, either in the common room downstairs or in someone else's bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Discuss your plans. And
I pick up all the tiny animals in the exact opposite order of how I laid them out, and I put them all away.
Yeah.
And then I get ready.
Selena, you don't remember much of the night before.
Right.
You do have vague memories of Boldrin putting something in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
That was like sort of one of the last memories that you have.
Okay.
Gonna go down.
Yeah, you are all now in the same
Corbin walks down
room.
the stairs with a spring in his step and orders eggs and bacon and sausage and beer.
Yeah, you all get breakfast and food easily.
Food.
All right.
Yep.
I would
Awesome.
like to go shopping.
I am right there with you.
I need a better stick to hit things with.
So do I.
That'd be good.
Okay.
I got some potions last night. So,
Oh,
I assume they have magic stuff
wise
here.
decision, yes.
Besides that, so I talked to Staphylos about possible next things. You still interested in the challenge that isn't just alcohol with magic?
I am interested in all challenges, and I will happily consider them whenever they are presented to me. You mentioned
know what
something
I
about the tower, and then of course
Yeah,
there is Valkyrs that is
so-
closer.
Recap for the people in the world that was cut off from the world as we knew it. Yggdrasil will go into a quick explanation of the Tower of the Gods and the Abyss.
And so to give a general overview for everyone, basically, as far as from Yggdrasil's explanation, there exists a Tower of the Gods in the land of Kor that is connected to the Plane Shaper, and his abilities to construct the material plane. There is some form of corruption in the tower that is causing the Plane Shaper to not be able to do his job. Previously, a large swath of the land that you are all currently in didn't exist as far as those on the material plane could tell. It was instead
Or those
shrouded by
on
abyss.
other planes who were trying to
Yeah.
travel to the material
As
plane.
that-
That's the
that
part
as well.
Yggdrasil's more interested in.
Yeah, as well as people on other planes who couldn't get to a similar location on the material plane. the group of them, prior to meeting up with Staphylos and Yarrow, went into the tower, cleared it of some sort of demonic infestation, at least on one level, and afterwards the planeshaper was able to see the tower and construct at least another portion of the material plane.
And so basically, we have to finish that. We have to make the
More
material
levels.
plane. Well, you get your plane.
There's 6 more left, right? There were 7, pieces of the whatever it was called.
I thought it was
the
ambiguous.
bar. I remember specifying a number because, yeah.
Headphones.
There are 7 more pieces of the thing that Boldrin found. Yes.
Oh, okay. 7. Sweet. Yep.
Oh yeah. Yes, and I'll also recap
The
that
beacon.
Boldrin has
That's what it's
the
called.
probably relevant MacGuffin.
Has
obvious-
piece 1 of 7.
Yeah, piece 1 of 7.
Is his spear is one piece of what now?
No, not his spear. There's a piece of the beacon of the plane shaper, right? I think that's what it's called.
Yep.
It's on the same like iron necklace as his holy symbol.
Yeah, it's like it's like a rod.
Again, it will eventually let the plane shaper finish your this plane, which is currently incomplete.
You're on this plane. You can call it ours.
Valkyr's challenge is interesting, and there may be good things there. But if this is more important, then
Valkyr's challenge is on the way back.
The thing that Boldrin has is a small 4-inch piece of rod that is smooth on one end and looks like it was fractured off of something else on the other end. That currently has 1 magical charge in it per day. Well, 1 magical charge in it that can cast Cure Wounds.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Huh. Well, I will live up to you. I am happy to stop off at Valkyr's challenge on the way. I'm sure we can find a boat to take us that far.
So, speaking of the spear, Boldrin, do we need to stop by that?
Actually, the spear is quite focused on the challenge, I should say, whenever we pass it. It might be a good idea, even if only for potential. Also, by the way, Selena, you've got a pair of presents in your bag of holding that you might want to take a look at.
It seems.
Okay.
It seems very eager because I talked to Valkyr and he seemed really chill. And this your spear is very overexcited.
Wait. You know what? Never mind. You apparently die regularly. I'm not going to question this.
It's a thing.
Hey, barkeep, morning alcohol?
Certainly. What flavor would you like?
Just
Don't
something
get poisoned
I can
again.
keep coming that's not going to knock me out.
Certainly. A light ale.
Yeah, that works.
Light ales come out.
Excellent.
Awesome.
I've gone far too long without drinking.
What, 10 minutes?
No, I haven't had a drink since last. Shut up.
You know, I'm the dwarf in this group, and all of you drink far too much. The only one here who can actually take all of it without any problems is Staphylos.
If I
only had
didn't
one
have
drink last night,
problems,
thank you.
It's years of practice.
the point of
too.
alcohol is to get drunk.
I
It's
think you're looking at that
actually
wrong.
not.
It is to enjoy not having to think about things too hard.
I just want to point out that I handle my shit, so it's not what I would call a problem.
How's that hangover?
This is the result because I knew that we weren't going to have anything dramatically
You should
crisisy to
have
deal with today. I just
No.
just committed murder. Leave me alone.
Do you want me to
You-
fix
I
your
wanted
hangover?
to figure out
No,
where we're
she-
going
she
next.
should
and
have
you
a
guys
blue
are going off on my
thing.
drinking problem.
I'm
You're changing the
signaling
subject.
to get those
We
over
need to
here.
get back
A-
to the tower.
A plate of small, foggy blue drinks is set on the table between you all.
Donk.
You're
Instant
welcome.
hangover cure.
Yep.
We need to get back to the tower. So, are we going past Valkyr's challenge first, or are we headed back to the tower?
I think we're going to hit the challenge first.
Yeah, I think it's kind
I was
of
gonna say,
two
if
birds,
we
one
don't-
stone.
Okay. I was going to say, if we don't want to hit the... If we don't want to hit the challenge first, we don't have to automatically pass by it first.
That's true too.
Yeah, how does
you
is there
did
a
the
limit
glowing
on
lights and the poof thing.
Yeah,
Yes, teleport.
it's cool.
Look, I have
Very
access
helpful
to
spell,
one
yes.
fourth level spell at this point. Okay.
But if we're going to the challenge, we're going to the challenge. I mean, you guys do what you guys are gonna do.
Adolfo,
Well-
Adolfo leans over. Well, if you'll pardon me, I'm going to excuse myself from your group for now. I am going to spend some time here in my homeland before returning home. So, have a good whatever your ventures are next. I will see you back in court eventually. And he just turns on his heel and walks out of the room.
Good dude.
I like this man. Yes. Mm.
Let's not argue. Let's not argue over this.
Okay.
So, if we are to go to challenge for Valkyr, it should be best that we understand what we are going into, make sure we have necessary equipment, spells, that sort of thing to survive. What does Stavros just know of Valkyr's challenge? Does he have a rough description of location,
Yeah,
environment,
it's
that
you
sort of
can
thing?
see it from the docks. It is this
Series of
massive
three massive
it is this massive tri-spiral of whirlpools that are these three massive whirlpools that form that are right next to each other that should theoretically destroy each other but don't. And there is a safe area. There's a very small safe area in the middle of them, and theoretically between each part of the triangle. It is very, very hazardous to navigate. Ships try all the time to get over there, and get pulled into the whirlpool, because there is legend of vast treasure and fortune awaiting in the Temple of Valkyr below the waters there. But navigating to the safe zone is only the first part of the challenge. The second part is getting to the temple, which is on the seafloor at the bottom of the ocean between the three whirlpools.
Okay.
Maybe we should have invested in those water breathing stuff.
I mean, we still can.
We've got the gold now.
Have them here. Yeah. Probably.
Alternatively, I have heard of potions and other things of that nature that can be of use. It is difficult to if there's anything that can help us with our swimming, also good plan. I mean, getting to or they say getting into the triangle is of course the first hurdle, but if we can make people fly, might be easier to get where you need to go.
I can fly. Those are hurricanes.
Yeah, Stavros wouldn't know this, but those of you that came across on the airship do know that the winds above the whirlpool are incredibly difficult to navigate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can fly, but those are hurricanes. And I'm a damn good flyer. None of you are experienced in the air, so unless it's some sort of flight spell that would negate the issues of gale force winds,
Nope.
No, let's stick with fake ground.
Okay. The spell does not work the way that I want it to. Okay.
Which spell would that be?
I was like, can I conjure a temple of the gods just on the center space between the whirlpools and just sit inside it as it sinks? No.
We are making a temple-shaped diving capsule.
Cannot make a temple to Balnor in the middle of the water. If you were a priest, if you were a cleric of Valkyr, maybe. But
I just need a holy symbol of Valkyr. Actually, it makes it a temple dedicated to the cleric to the deity whose holy symbol I'm using.
yes, it does. But it uses the
Here is-
magic of your god.
Here is question.
That's
Here
fair.
is
That's
question. Here is question. Here is question. Say all of us get something to help us, not drown when we are under the water, and then we all hold hands in circle. And Selena says, "Take me to Temple of Valkyr at bottom of ocean in between three whirlpools." Poof.
Nope.
That seems
I don't have
easy.
to.
I don't know
Teleport
magic, but
doesn't-
that sounds like a bad idea.
Teleport doesn't. Well, let me rephrase. And she's just been sort of sitting on her side, just sort of vaguely listening. Teleport, it kind of works like that, but not really. Like, yeah, I can do that, but I can't just say I can, but it'll probably go wrong. Take me to this place that I've never been before.
Selena,
We should
Selena-
also
well,
consider,
Selena
given
is-
that it is under 3 presumably magical whirlpools, that there's a distinct possibility that it is not technically or not entirely on this plane of existence.
Selena, knowing the spell, you are fully aware of the percentage chances of
Yeah.
each description, and this would be the description percentage chances.
Yes. The odds of me actually landing on our target, let's just say no, we're not doing that.
Got
Okay.
less than a quarter. We got slightly over a quarter of a chance. 1 in 4.
We would.
The
Yeah.
74. Yes, slightly over 1 in 4.
She does not say that.
Yeah.
She just says, no, we're not doing that.
Okay.
I would really love for you to roll a 1. Like, it'd be great.
Mishap. Where are we at? Somewhere
Oh,
completely
no.
different.
Also, you take
Yep.
damage.
Yeah, it's bad.
So Idrisol will also voice the possibility it's not entirely on this plane, which also hampers many kinds of travel and teleportation.
Well, if it is not on plane, what about, say, and he pulls out the fiddle.
Okay, we don't know for sure it's not on this plane, for one. And for
It
two,
also
what are the requirements for that? I feel like they're more specific.
Actually,
Oh wait, no, it's a fucking gate spell.
Yep.
that might actually be the way that we get down there.
It's half
actually,
a
now
gate
that you
spell.
say it.
But
It's half a gate. It's an outgoing gate spell.
Well, we're not exactly naming something and trying to drag it through.
yeah, we also need to get back out of it.
Selena can solve that one easier than I can, but I technically can solve that in 2 steps. But
Yeah, once we get in, it's not a problem. It's getting out there. Or once we get in, we can get out.
So, as cool as that is, my concern is that the gods, apologies to those present, with just a vague gesture in the direction of the 2 Asamar and the cleric in the group.
No
Apologies.
apologies needed. I was only a god for one very long weekend back in Waterflame.
Are
Selena pulls out her multiple Koli symbols. Is like, they forgive you.
yeah, that is what they're there to do. Kind of specific about their things. And if Valkyr has set up this,
Challenge.
let us assume that the description is very literal. Valkyr has set up a challenge for presumably Valkyrie reasons, so involving sailors and being good at the ocean stuff, might not allow for or be particularly happy about. Oh, we'll just cut through the labyrinth for the center.
I mean, if we solve it and we're the first ones, does it matter if we're the ones smart enough to be like, why go through all that shit?
Well, I mean, it probably depends on the god's particular reasons for setting up a challenge.
Can I
Which
roll
we
a
don't-
religion check?
Yeah.
Sure.
What do I know about Valkyr?
Sure.
Hope said he was pretty chill. I think he'll be cool with it.
Yeah. It was like
I mean, Valkyra is one of the
Okay,
people that I
also,
hate.
I'm not a
even if
disadvantage,
he's cool with
so
it,
20.
he may not.
situation.
That was a lot of voices.
It was a lot of people talking at once. Idrisal, can you continue what you were saying, please?
Even if he's cool with it, it may not technically count as completing the challenge if the challenge is not arrive at this place, but rather sail through this.
All right, everyone who is rolling religion check, roll religion check.
I'd like to.
Mine's not at disadvantage, so mine was actually a 20.
Okay.
Religion
2.
18.
19.
Okay. Everyone except for Yggdrasil. Yes, Valkyr is pretty chill for the most part. He's also the god of storms and wrath, though.
Right.
So he's chill until he's not. As to what indication the is not is as capricious as the weather on the sea. So you're not certain how he would react to you shortcutting if you were able to. That being said, people have been trying this challenge for years now. You imagine that you're probably not the first ones to think of shortcutting it. But no one's succeeded yet. So
Yeah.
there may be more steps than just getting to the temple.
I mean, yeah.
Has anybody who's not succeeded come back?
No.
Okay.
The only
Except
person,
for
the only person,
Adolfo.
yeah, the only person that any of you know has ever survived going down into the whirlpool is Adolfo, and he didn't go there intentionally, and he ended up in core. So anybody that has gone through and survived might have ended up somewhere else in existence.
Plus,
Or in existence.
Plus, there is also a question of fact that you say that this part of plane has only been in existence for a week and a half or so.
Mm.
So, is rather interesting epistemological and meta-narrative discussion as to whether or not anyone has indeed ever tried Valkyr's challenge before in reality.
Yes.
Oh.
We might
Again-
actually be first people to try, which is kind of interesting
No.
if you think about
No,
it.
it's been a few weeks.
Even if that's not the case, whether it existed before doesn't mean that it. Whether it existed before doesn't mean that what memories happened or created history happened didn't happen.
I would say memory and reality
That's
are tangentially related, but not entirely unified. Just because someone remembers something does not mean it happened. And just because someone does not remember something, it could have happened.
You're wrong.
Do you remember last night?
Old person.
Wisdom saving throw.
Selena.
What's
This
my
is why we
save?
don't confront people about our
Wisdom save.
drinking problems, Yggdrasil says, probably on his third ale of the morning.
I'm giving myself a
17.
double nines. Hot damn.
You are held. You are currently paralyzed.
You're wrong.
Selena, we need
I
to
release
talk.
it.
You are no longer paralyzed.
God dang it. Okay, no, we just need to do the
Then you
boat
spoke
thing,
on this.
apparently.
What is?
Hey,
How you
Hope,
say?
you said you talked to
Yes.
Valkyr.
Yes.
I am
That's
almost
the thing.
afraid to ask, but could you ask for challenge-related clarification?
I'm not going back. Nope. I got stuck on a
Okay.
boat. There was harpooning. It didn't work. It was the sea was not right or normal. I'm not going back.
Okay.
Also, I think
Wait, you go.
the answer would just mostly be, you'll figure it out when you get there, type of thing, because that was kind of the gist of his advice-related monologue.
I had an instructor like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, arguments aside, I think finding things and preparations first, and then we will decide on whether or not we will try shortcut or more traditional approach. What do you think, everyone?
I think we should find a boat that has come back from this.
There aren't any.
We are.
Yeah.
No, there's some people who have gone and
There's
probably
one person.
No, I didn't mean like go through it. Like they've gone near it and seen it at least.
Yeah,
I want that.
there are like viewing
I mean,
boats. And,
we have
Yeah.
seen it.
yeah.
Well, not viewing boats, like people who have gone and tried and decided nope and come back.
All right. Should we meet at
I
dock
want
in say
experience.
3 hours time?
Works for me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is good. I need to go buy some things. Anyone who would like to come, please come.
Sure. Where
Corbin
shops
gets up.
are. Yeah, I'm
All
going
right.
with.
So, shopping time. Selena, are you investigating any of the items in your bag?
Yeah, she'll probably go take a look at them eventually.
I'm just gonna go ahead because I've got all that information right here. So you pull out a robe, the robe that Kalin was wearing.
Mm-hmm.
The small stone with that arcane sigil on it. The ring that he was wearing, which is a silver band with a ruby gem in it. And there's did you give Amalon and Croydar, did you also give her the scroll?
Scroll.
All right.
Yes.
You also pull out a scroll that has the formula for Alanai's infinite armory on it.
Okay.
And you have a long bluish crystal rapier and a blood red stone in a black band.
You are going much faster than I am typing currently.
I'm sorry.
Rapier, something else.
A long blue crystal rapier and a
Rapier.
and a blood red stone set in a black, like sort of little. You'd almost call it a bowl, except it's wrapped around the stone because you can see the bottom of it.
Red
Bezel.
stone cereal. Okay.
It's an orb.
Make me an Arcana check.
Yep.
And do you have the identify spell?
Nope.
Would you have asked Boldrin to sit with you to identify things?
Nope.
All right.
Please don't get
21.
possessed by a dragon.
All right. So the robes are robes of the Archmagi.
Damn.
Okay.
They are evil robes of the Archmagi.
Okay.
You know that in order to use them, you would have to be of a particular mindset, and that mindset, you assume, would be similar to Kalin's.
Right.
The ring is a ring of concentration. So long as you are attuned to the ring, anyone who is attuned, any spellcaster can attune to the ring, and have 2 concentration spells up at once.
Is there like a limit on like for a number of rounds or
Period.
just 2? Wow.
2 concentration spells up
Damn.
at once.
Jesus.
That's how he had multiple concentration spells up at once.
Right. Mhm.
Yep.
You of course have to save for both of them when you make saves.
Right.
Right.
And the stone with a sigil is an Ioun stone of protection. Once tuned to it, you can fling it around and it'll hover around your head and give you bonuses to your AC.
Okay.
The scroll you look at and investigate is Alanai's infinite armory. Let me pull up my D&D Beyond spell description. It's a scroll. You could cast it off the scroll and be done with it, but now that you're aware that it exists and aware of the formula, you can also learn it when you level up if you so desire.
Okay.
It is a 4th level spell of the
For
conjuring.
convenience's sake, is this in Roll20 as something you could give me as a handout?
It is not in Roll20. It is in D&D Beyond. If you search D&D Beyond's homebrew spells for Alanai's Infinite Armory, you will find it.
Can you type that out in
John,
Roll20?
just say it aloud and I will type it out in chat.
I've got it.
Or you could.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be
Cool.
saying what the actual spell is in a moment.
Cool,
Because
thank you.
Will be as soon as I find it.
Cool.
There it is. So it is a 4th level spell. It has a casting time of 1 hour. It is a ritual spell. You craft so this spell crafts an extra dimensional space for you and up to 8 willing creatures that are within range, and that range is 5 feet around you. By tying a length of silver wire around their wrist. When you complete the ritual spell, the silver wire melts into their flesh, creating a tattoo, and they can store any number of weapons on their person in an extra dimensional space. As an action, they can summon 2 of these bonded items to their hands. 1 to each hand. If they are proficient with shields, they can store and summon shields as well. The spell lasts until dispelled.
Okay. It's, by the way, you may not have published it yet because it's not in there.
Yeah, I published it. I don't know why it isn't showing up, but
Like, I even just searched under homebrew spells, infinite,
yeah,
and armor.
yeah. I know. I'm not certain why it isn't showing up on the thing because I was looking for it too. But I will get the text description of it for you in the thing. The material components are 1 length of silver wire worth 50 gold per target, which the spell consumes.
And it's basically ultimate concealed carry, pretty much.
Effectively. So, yeah, any number of weapons that you choose that you carry,
Yeah.
you basically put them into an extra dimensional space. And as an action, you can summon 2 of them to your hands. So just they appear in your hands. And then you can dismiss them as well back to the space.
Cool.
And this lasts until dispelled.
Nice. Random question. If it gets spelled, do the items that you've already summoned stay there, or do they get banished? Do they get pulled back into the extra dimensional space?
If dispelled, the items appear next to the person they're bonded to on the ground.
Bring.
Yeah.
What about in the case of
all of the items?
Revenant
Got it.
Death?
Cool.
Yeah, if you die, then
Yes.
the spell is dispelled. Yes.
This is also a question. Okay, cool.
And what does the orb and rapier do? Because that's what I want to know about.
So yes, the orb and rapier that you find are Emelin and Croydar, which we'll say Boldrin told you their names. You can't really determine what they do, but you can determine that they attune as one. So both of them take 1 attunement slot. They have to be attuned together. And you get the feeling that you'll learn more about them if you attune to them. And you can tell they require attunement by an arcane spellcaster.
Okay.
They give you the same feeling that Boldrin's spear gives.
And you're going to throw those names in Roll20, right?
Those are already in the chat again.
Yeah, they're up high.
I will put them back in again.
Found it.
Yep, there we go.
Yep. There. Would you like to spend time attuning to Amelin and Croydar? Or any of the other items that you've found?
Go someone else really quick.
Okay.
I need to think.
So, Staphylos. And who's going with Staphylos to the store?
Boldrin,
Hope,
I'm
Corbin,
going shopping.
Yggdrasil.
Yeah.
Yarrow, are you going with them?
I'm just gonna wander along behind them. Yes.
Okay, so everyone else is going to the store. What kind of store are you looking for?
Weapons.
You find them.
Yep.
Weapons,
Weapons.
armor,
The-
magical
Magic
items.
shit and/or weapons.
Yes, the glass armoire. The glass armoire is an armory that sells weapons and armor of magical nature.
Okay. Yeah, and Staphylos will just wander inside with his stick. Look around for somebody who seems marginally helpful.
There is the person behind the counter who's just sort of polishing up an item. It's a it is a my brain goes away at this point. It's a human. Dark skin, dark hair, sort of sitting behind the counter, looking up at you. Yes, how may I be of assistance?
Yes, I'm looking for, well, I am a student of one of the Tuataporian monasteries. I am looking for better tools with which to defend myself and wreak horrible vengeance on people who steal my drinks.
I can certainly see how that would be a priority. What in particular are you looking for?
Well, if you are familiar with combat techniques of the Tuataporian monasteries frequented by my people, I am certain that you know of the sort of weapons we generally are trained in. But the staff, the comma, these sort of things are always appreciable. And if you have anything with unique abilities or properties that may be of interest to one such as myself.
Certainly, we have a wide variety. I was more specifically asking, what are you looking for?
Valkyr's challenge is on the horizon.
So something that might assist in operating underwater or combat below the waves.
Potentially, yes.
So, we certainly have a wide variety of items that can fill that goal. You're looking for a quarterstaff. How are you with not quite a quarterstaff, but similarly tridents or harpoons?
I can work my way around those fairly well, yes.
We do happen to have. He reaches over underneath the counter and pulls out this large. It's sort of a platinum harpoon, or sorry,
Okay.
it's a platinum trident with filigree decorating all the way down the haft of it, and the tri-pointed tip made of a particular stone rather than metal. Puts it down. This is a trident belonging to the underwater tribes of Tritons that live in the water between here and the Dragon Peaks. They occasionally will do trade with us and offer them up. It bestows a level of competency upon the wielder that can make those of us who are more attuned to the land somewhat as competent as the Tritons themselves in combat.
Oh, very interesting. Are there magical enchantments on it to increase its efficacy in combat as well? Not only for the wielder, but for the weapon itself.
Certainly, items of this nature are quite powerful and potent when utilized on the scale that we're talking about. It allows you free reign in the water, as if you were born to it. When attuned to it magically, you will be able to breathe in the water and not suffer any disadvantages in seeing in the murky depths, much like our Triton neighbors. It is also, again, quite keen to inflict damage upon foes. Mechanically, it's a +2 trident. It's a +2 trident.
Okay.
That gives you a swim speed equal to your walking speed, water breathing, and dark vision up to 60 feet.
Cool.
Nice.
And how much would you ask for this?
This item in particular is one of the more rarer finds that we have. The current going rate for this one is the only one we have in stock. You understand? Is 1,900 gold.
This I will take.
All right, so 1,900 gold. Slap it down.
190 platinum.
And you have a trident of the Triton.
Okay.
Say that 5 times fast.
Trident of the Triton, Trident of the Triton, Trident of the Triton, Trident of the Triton, Trident of the Triton.
It gives you when attuned. It is a +2 trident. When attuned, it gives you water breathing, swim speed equal to your walking speed, dark vision up to 60 feet, and it is +2. And that's interesting.
Go.
Is there anything else I can interest you all in?
I've got 2 things, and one, I cannot remember the name. The magic swimsuits, essentially, magic scuba gear.
Ah, the water-breathing apparatus from Elan. We do have some of them in stock. Though we tend to... In Elan, they have... Well, they certainly serve their purpose. We tend to appreciate more artistic approaches to the same fashion. So
I am
slightly
open to
different.
other approaches. My people... The water's a bit inconvenient when you're light enough to fly upon the air.
Certainly. We do have this, which might be of use to you. Reaches down, or actually walks over to the wall and opens up a cabinet, pulls out this gold torque that has sort of sapphires lining it, and brings back over and places it down. This allows... similar to the effect of the more bulky and cumbersome gear that our friends in Elan make, this allows you to take on the aspect of those that would live underwater. You can acquire fins and gills and the ability to move about with much more grace and fluidity than normal.
Sorry. How much are those?
These are, we have many more of these in stock. These are 600 gold apiece.
Okay.
I'll take one as well.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Yeah, I will just buy 7. Let me know in chat if you want to pay for yours. But yeah.
And it's 600 gold.
Sorry, what were these specifically?
So these are torques of the Mer. Basically, they turn you into merfolk when they're worn underwater. You gain a swim speed equal to your walking speed and the ability to breathe underwater. Through alterations of acquiring gills and fins.
I don't know if you do custom orders. I suspect this may not be something you have in stock, but maybe you're up for the challenge.
We certainly do take custom orders all the time.
Now I have to... I'm sick. Agrusol will essentially describe the effects of an arrow enchanted with the spell flesh to stone.
Petrification arrow. That is an interesting challenge. That is something we could certainly work on. We don't have any in stock, obviously. We do have other forms of magical ammunition if you were interested, but how many of these arrows would you be wanting?
It may depend on the price, but I'm looking for, perhaps you have a more elegant solution than I have run across. Something confining, not specifically lethal, but more in the realm of
we do have
long
these,
term.
We do have these iron bands of restraining. It says holding out a... Oh, it's basically the iron bands of Bolaro. Like, holding out a thing. This will, upon uttering the activation word, if you fling it at an enemy, it will attach to them and restrain them in such a manner that they cannot move or flee or operate. for a visual, think the thing that Doctor Strange used on an enemy in the movie.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we are very well
We're
familiar
familiar.
with that item in this
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
We have several of these.
I am a warrior of the plains. I think you mistake my meaning of long term to refer to a more mortal humanoid capacity of reality.
We can certainly. We do not have anything more than that for, at least in the realm of ammunition, as far as you're concerning. We do have lightning arrows, fire arrows, a wide variety of elemental effects that you can apply to a bow. They are, of course, one use. Once the arrow is expended, it is gone. As for these, it is a custom order. We could put them in with our bowyer, and our fletcher. It would be... For 9... For 1,000 gold, we could get you a bundle of 10.
What kind of time frame?
Would take at least 2 days.
Works for me.
Yeah, we will put that order in. Cash on delivery, so do not worry about paying now.
I wanted some daggers.
We have a wide variety of daggers. What are you looking for?
Daggers that hurt things pretty well. I've got these, but they're basic.
Yes,
You're
basic
basic.
indeed.
Sorry.
Well, I don't know how you read subtext before I said it, but we have some solutions to that. He pulls out a particularly vicious-looking dagger. This weapon, in particular, deals additional damage to targets that you strike particularly well, and in response to that, it can siphon some of that vitality it steals away back to you. Mechanically, this is a dagger of life stealing.
Sweet.
Basically, whenever you crit, the target takes extra damage, and you gain that as health.
Okay. What else do you have?
It's also a +1 dagger naturally.
Sweet.
We have that. We have Tell me, are you a very good aim?
Not really. Usually, I'm better
Yeah.
close.
And we have just the dagger for you. These are target seekers, he says, pulling out a shelf of 3 daggers. These have the uncanny ability to hone in on whatever they're targeted at when thrown. Mechanically, you get advantage when using these as throwing daggers.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll take one of those.
Certainly. These you can, and we have the 3 here on display. We also have several more in the back. These are one of our more popular items if you're looking to buy multiples.
Just one. For now. Do you have any other kind of daggers?
Certainly. One of these will be 200 gold.
Okay. I will pay 200 gold.
It is a basic dagger. It doesn't have any pluses to hit or damage, but it gives you advantage when thrown.
Okay, sweet.
And because it is a finesse weapon, you can use either strength or dex, whichever is better for you.
Strength.
Looking through his inventory. Is there a particular type of enemy that you find yourself ill-equipped for?
Flying ones, just generally.
Oh, the target seekers are good for that.
Yes.
Gods. Gods.
Just things that not from this plane kind of things.
You
we
never
have-
know. Godslayer items might be.
Oh
a
yeah,
thing.
no, yeah, that is definitely on the list of crazy plans that I have.
Agnersol will very jokingly go, "Hey,
We do have various elemental daggers, if that would be something you'd be interested in. Lightning, fire, acid, lightning, fire, acid, frost. Is there something there that tickles your fancy?
Mm, he does some sort of like force damage. Sometimes when he hits, I'm pointing at Agdrasol.
That would be a custom make, but we could come up with something for you if that's something you desire. It'll be more expensive than one of our pre-made daggers, though.
Yes. Do these elemental ones hit harder, better? I'm wondering if they're plus.
They're not plus daggers. They
Those plus.
get an extra d6 of damage, though.
Okay. No, I think I'll just go with the life stealing one then.
All right, that'll be that one will be 500 gold.
500. Okay. Yep, I will pay that.
Do you want any more of the target seekers?
Yeah, I'll have one more. Those were how much?
Those are 200 gold. So you got
200?
two
Okay.
target seekers. Two target
Okay.
seekers, which are just they give advantage when thrown.
Yep.
And the dagger of life stealing, which is a +1 dagger. And when you roll a crit, it does an extra 10 necrotic damage, and you heal that 10 damage.
Heal that much. Okay, I'm out. So it was 500 for that and 200 for the extra one, so 700.
And you heal, and that necrotic damage. Let me double check real quick. It only applies if it isn't a construct or undead.
Okay. Yep. Got it. Cool.
Is this guy selling any? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was also wondering about shields because I started using them, and mine is tiny and kind of ineffective sometimes.
You have a variety of shields.
Mostly, I just want to not get hit as much.
We have standard, slightly better than normal shield. He has +1 shields,
Okay.
which give an additional +1 to the AC bonus that they provide.
All right. Yep. I'll do that because then my AC is up to 18.
Those are 1,000 gold.
Okay. I will do that.
Is this guy selling any bracers of defense by any chance?
Not that you can see.
Okay. He will ask. He will tell a long and involved story about how, obviously we don't wear much armor where I come from, but there was this one guy who had these armbands, and try as you might, you could not lay a glove on the bastard.
Unfortunately, those tend to be slightly beyond what we are capable of here. That tends to be something that is perhaps bought and traded for items elsewhere.
Can you recommend a location where such trades and items?
Sorry,
Sarah.
Sarah, can you mute? The bag is overshadowing everybody.
That's exactly what I wanted. You're taking too long, guys. Hurry up! I'm eating popcorn in the doorway.
Just go ahead and mute, please, because it does make it hard to hear. All right. Sorry, what were you saying, Jack?
Oh, where is the location that such trades might take place then, if you know?
Typically caravans coming through, adventurers might be pawning them off, looking to sell them. It's not something we carry in shops so much.
Good to know. Thank you for advice.
Of course. Corbin.
Yeah, he will just he's been standing off to the corner, and he's got everything in his arms. His great axe, longbow, shield, hand axes, javelin, lightning. He just lays it all down and goes, I want to replace all of this, maybe this, and he's holding his spear.
Well, we can certainly look through it. Let's see if there's anything else before we go into that. Looking over at Baldrin.
Yeah.
Who's been relatively quiet throughout this whole experience. Quite honestly, just an improvement upon my own armor would be likely all that I'd seek.
Armor tends to be a custom fit, after all. We don't want anybody wearing second-hand armor. It's quite uncomfortable and pinches in places we'd rather not pinch. We could certainly, if you leave your armor with us for the day, we can have it fixed up by tomorrow. Is there something in particular you're wishing to have done to it?
Mostly just a hardening. As a cleric of the Forge, I can apply a certain amount of magic to my own equipment to give it a certain amount of extra potence, but something a bit stronger would be... I've only got so much time to work on my own equipment, I should say.
Well, we could give it an adamantine coating, if that's something you'd be interested in.
That would be... I don't have the material for adamantine, so that would definitely be valuable.
Adding an adamantine coat to your armor would be somewhere in the realm of 2,000 gold.
Doable.
Extremely handy. Tink tink.
Certainly. We will, if you leave the armor with us, we will get that done for you by the morning.
I will leave the armor with the 200 platinum.
Right. As for you, he says, looking at Corbin and the pile of things, we're going to have quite a chat about this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you have quite a fine selection here. My main thing, though, is I was looking around. How was his selection of belts?
Less belts than armor and weapons.
Okay. Then I will ask if he knows any place where I've heard of particular belts that increase strength.
Yeah.
You don't know where, if you don't have any of those, do you know where I might be able to purchase one?
You'd have to kill a giant for those. They tend to be... They are referred to as belts of giant strength for a reason.
Do you know where I could find giants?
The Uncharted Frontiers.
Okay. Thank you.
Field trip, Baldwin. Or Corbin.
And
sorry.
as he begins to go over the items with Corbin of the cost to trade them back in and replace them with other things, that's where we're going to end for the day. So, because that's a longer conversation than we have time for. So, say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.